Alrighty, folks, I don't know if you're paying attention, but I think Kevin Warsh has drawn a line in the sand. I think Kevin Warsh wants to be Paul Volcker. He wants to be Paul Volcker 2.0. He wants to be known as the man who finally slayed the dragon of inflation. We have had inflation above 2% for 5 years, and frankly, the Fed's just been talking smack and not getting anything done. He is clearly going to change that, and boy, oh boy, I don't think the market, I don't think real estate investors, I don't think mortgage brokers, I don't think anybody's ready for what might be coming. Dustin, what say you running Convoy Home Loans? Yesterday was a shocker or not?
I think for a lot of the consumers, or even maybe some of the listeners out there, it may have been a shocker because they had been holding on as tight as they possibly can to the last bit of rope that was going to be the promising land of 2026 with multiple Fed rate cuts. And I don't think it was until yesterday really that a lot of people realized that we've changed paths clearly now midway through the year, and a Fed rate hike is obviously on the table. And if you look at the dot plot, which I'll let you go into, because you're a little bit smarter on that side, the when and the sales are now pointing in how is inflation going to determine rates, because that's what it comes down to, how I gauge it. And I'll share a little bit that I thought was very, very interesting. So usually when we have any sort of Fed meeting, we'll see some sort of like either big increase or big decrease in like company-wide loan applications, okay? A lot of the times when rates are, I would say, hinted at going up by the Fed, I'm talking the Fed rate cut, versus going down, we'll see less applications come in because it's like, oh, rates are going up, I'll sit on the sideline. For whatever reason, maybe it's been me and John and our loan officers speaking to consumers and investors the last couple months about this. We got more applications overnight for DSCR loans in like a business closed to business open, right? The most we've had in about 6.5 months, all the way back until the end of the year, like December 24th through 28th, that week. Maybe because it was just holidays were over and people started to, get back to work. But that tells me a lot that the consumers are now educated and they see, all right, I've been holding out. Now I know it's not coming down. I shouldn't be hoping that. Let's go ahead and submit this and get it done now.
Yeah, I think the consumers, it would not shock me if you see a spike in business the next 14 to possibly even 21 days, could be longer, but certainly the next 14 to 21 days. Why? Because consumers are predictable, Dustin. They've been holding out hope, as you said, for falling rates. They've been waiting for that magic 599 to come back. And yesterday, Kevin Warsh crushed that, killed that. The dot plot, all of it. Rates are going up. So you are going to see a spike. Because you know what investors who are waiting for sub 6% don't want, Dustin? They don't want 7.
Yeah.
They don't want 7. So they're going to come in. They're going to like it. They're going to like it, lock it, and they're going to get committed. So, again, I do expect business in your world to pick up certainly the next 14 to 21 days because nobody wants 7, especially the people that were hoping for 6. That would be a big loss. So let's talk about what actually happened yesterday. Obviously, yesterday the Fed did nothing, not up, not down. But we got a new sheriff in town, right, Warsh? The dot plot, as you indicated, forward-looking indication, 9 of the 18 presidents said rate hike this year, with September being the most likely one. Fed Watch now has a rate hike this year, and actually 2 rate hikes if you go out to Q1 of 2027. And, of course, you have Kevin Warsh with the most powerful 4 words any Fed president has ever said: inflation is a choice. Hello, folks. That's pretty black and white. He is going to crush it. He is going to raise rates. He is not going to be President Trump's puppet. He wants to be Paul Volcker. He wants to be known as the guy that took inflation down. And I don't think he's playing around, man. This is going to get interesting.
Yeah, I think if Warsh, and I'm reading, what you just said as well and digesting what was said yesterday, but it's clear that they're more worried about inflation now than a recession, right? And
he said price stability 12 times.
Yeah.
12 times. He's not messing around.
No. And did you think, going into it, hearing him speak for the first time as the acting Fed chair, that was the stance he was going to take, in the more hawkish versus dovish stance?
No, I really didn't. I didn't. No, I got to tell you, I assumed his first meeting. I assumed his first meeting would be a lot more dovish.
Okay.
I thought it would be a little kowtow to President Trump. I didn't think anything would happen. I think it would all be lip service. And let's be clear, he did not come out of dove. I don't even think he came out of hawk. I think he came out of pterodactyl.
Yeah.
Right.
He's like, he wasn't.
I'm going to beat this thing to death. I'm going to crush this. And he doesn't care. He doesn't care if asset prices fall.
Yeah.
And I don't think the market's ready. I don't think the market is ready for Paul Volcker 2.0. I really don't.
No, and I mean, if inflation accelerates, right? What's important for consumers and investors, look at like the Fed could stay here higher for longer, like we said all the time. Mortgage rates could go up 0.5% by the end of the year, right? Sure. And everybody that we've spoken to, you and I included, with anybody in our circle of friends, if you will, and investors, thought going into January of 2026 that we would see rates go down 0.5%. Yeah. So I don't want to be I'm actually, and me and John were speaking about this middle of the day yesterday, a couple hours after the Fed meeting, where we were like happy. We were actually happy about, like, it was actually good, right?
No,
and
again, the people that are in your specifically Convoy, right? DSCR, conventional, all that stuff. Your business is going to boom because, again, the freaking consumer is remarkably predictable. They don't want 7, they want 6. And when they think they're going to 7, they're going to take action now. You have millions of people been sitting on the sidelines hoping and praying this last ditch effort to get rates down. Not coming. Guess what? They're going shopping. They want to buy now and buy before 7%. It's just how consumers work, man. It's crazy to think about.
I agree. Now, are you going to be one that, if you were to bet on it, is there a Fed rate hike in 2026?
Yeah, dude, I called that months ago.
Believe it?
I was the first economist to call for a rate hike in 2026. I think I called that like 4 months ago, and I see no reason to change my opinion. And
do you think mortgage rates finish higher or lower December 31st, 2026 than they are today?
What are they today? Like 6.5?
Yeah, we'll call it 6.55.
Okay, 6.55.
Average 30 day,
Yeah, you can have a rate hike and mortgage rates go down. We've had rate cuts and mortgage rates went up. I think, I'll call 6.7. So up a little. I don't think we're going to see 7%.
I think we're in a narrow trading range. I think there's more risk to the upside.
Correct.
I would 100% say that we can go higher than we could go lower technically, but I think we're in a narrow trading range. But what I am excited, and I want to make sure everybody that's watching, because I know everybody's in tune with doing the work and building their own buy box, submitting disrespectful offers, this is exactly what you wanted. This is now the time that if you do wait, though, and you wait 3 weeks or 2 months or 3 months, everybody else that isn't, let's say, buying a investment property or looking to get a great deal, those guys that have been trying to buy owner-occupied primary residence are slowly going to creep back in. They won't flood the market as quick as investors will, like I saw just with our own business application submitted overnight. So if you are sitting on the sideline, look, for some reason, and this is a disconnect we can talk about in a couple minutes, but for some reason, Wall Street and hedge funds and market makers on the DSCR space have not moved, and they aren't, at least for now, from what I was told, they aren't going to move as quick as conventional right now with all of the market in terms of rates going up. You can still get your 65% loan to value DSCR loan at 5.8. Being able to get something in the 5s is I don't know, 3 days, 5 days, or 7 days before I'm telling everybody that's watching this. It is going to be 6 or 6.1 within about a week.
Oh, for sure.
Just look out for that right now. So if you can, and you
Lock
got
it.
a loan somewhere, lock it.
Yeah, if you like it, lock it. And again, at the end of the day, I think Kevin Warsh will be successful beating inflation. I think that means 2026 and maybe the first half of 2027 are rockier. Not so much residential, but crazy for multifamily.
Yeah.
Multifamily syndications are going to get smoked. Banks are going to call loans left, right, and center, which also is going to create massive opportunity. But yeah, it's where there's great pain, there's great opportunity. Again, folks, if you're an investor, you want more options, you want less competition. Congratulations. Now is our time. You probably have at least the rest of the year to get a buy box, right? Just respectful offers, follow up 17 times and get a great deal. So please don't stop doing the work now. The market is ours. In fact, the only winners in Kevin Warsh's real estate economy is investors, because we write numbers, we write deals that make sense, and we don't care about rates. We're the only winners. So go do the work, please.
I love it. I agree.
There you go. Dustin, where can people find you and where can they reach out?
Go to convoyhomeloans.com/ORAT. You don't even have to say anything. We'll know if you go to that page that you guys came from this wonderful channel.
There you go, folks. Again, they took the time, they paid the money. Now we have their own little page, convoyhomeloans.com/ORAT. Go check it out. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.